everyone, this is Matt from GetYourRockOut.co.uk. I'm currently here with Rich from Odessa. How are you today?
I'm good, man. Good. It's been a long day. Fairly stress-free, which is good. Just looking forward to the show, really.
Yeah, what you been up to?
Literally today?
Yeah.
To be honest, man, it's been pretty boring. I had a shower. I went to Tesco, bought some wraps and some salad, some almond milk, and then came here and sound checked, and that's been it pretty much.
How long did it take you to do the sound check?
It was pretty quick actually, about 20 minutes.
What dictates how long a sound check takes?
It's a combination of things. Like, it depends like how good the sound guy is at like doing his thing, or like, you know, if anything fucks up, like leads or whatever. Then also like, you know, when the band are happy with the sound on stage and off stage. You know, it depends how picky the band are.
Is the stage set specifically for your band for the entire night, or does each band have their own settings for?
Oh, each band will have, you know, their own settings. Us and the opening band both got full sound checks, whereas the middle band will get a line check before they play.
Do you have your own personal sound technician?
Nope, never had a personal sound technician.
Is it normally the venues?
We're using a guy called Charlie, who's like the venue's in-house sound engineer, who's really good.
Am I right in saying that you're local to Birmingham?
Yeah, we all live in Birmingham.
Is this why you've chosen to do your album release show?
Yeah, you know, we wanted to do a hometown release show, and you know, I work here as well, and so I spoke to them, and they were like, yeah, you know, let's do it.
What made you choose the Asylum as a venue?
We talked about a few venues, and we were like, you know, it would be cool to work with the Asylum because it's not too big, it's not too small, you know, it's just the right size for, you know, the amount of people we thought we could draw.
Yeah, it's quite cool. It's quite a cool little place from what I've seen so far.
Yeah, it's really cool, man.
Have you played here before?
Not with this band, no.
What previous bands were you in that you played in?
I played bass for like an old band called Set the Sails. We didn't really do anything, but I played bass here once. It was cool.
Do you play bass for Odessa as well?
No, vocals.
Oh, nice one. What made you decide to change? It's quite a big change up from instruments to vocals.
Basically, I was going to do backing vocals and bass in the band originally, and the guys were like, oh, you know, we want you to do vocals. So it just happened, I guess.
Did you ever have any ambitions towards doing vocals before that?
Not really, no. It was just kind of happened. It wasn't planned. Just kind of went with it.
What do you normally do before a show to warm up?
I don't know, like, I have like vocal warm-ups I do like Zen and Scream, which is just basic like scales and stuff, and I always like have honey. Like, I drink a bit of honey before I go on, and then just water when we're actually on stage.
Do you ever drink before a show?
Or alcohol?
Yeah.
No. Never.
That's fair enough.
No, I drink alcohol after a show, if it's like a last day of tour, but like, I don't like getting drunk and then having a show, you know.
You mentioned a second ago the Zen and Screaming. Is that Melissa Cross?
Yeah, Melissa Cross, yeah.
When did you hear about her?
I don't even know. I think I just heard people like, you know, recommending it, and I thought I'd check it out. It was good.
Yeah, I get the impression from, I hear a lot of good things about Melissa Cross's DVDs. From like, I know the Lamb of God singer uses it.
Yeah, there's loads of people, man. Because we recorded in so many different places and fitting it all in around work and stuff. You know, it wasn't as easy as we hoped. But yeah, about 4 months.
Do you enjoy the recording process?
I prefer playing live and I prefer writing. I don't mind recording, but I find vocals is like the last thing you usually do in the studio. So, you know, there's a lot of sitting around. It can get a bit tedious, but it is cool.
Do you do the same sort of warm-ups before you go into the studio?
Yeah, I have like the same warm-ups that I do, you know, if I'm ever, you know, going to do vocals.
Is there anything about recording that you really don't like?
Sometimes, like, maybe like you'll be recording something, and then, you know, the sound engineer who's recording you will be like, oh, you know, how about do it this way? And then when you try it that way, because you're so used to doing it the old way, it's kind of hard to think that way, if that makes sense. So it can get a bit frustrating.
Did you use the same people when you're recording, even though you're recording in different places? Did you have a sound technician that came around with you, or a sound engineer?
No.
Did you do it all yourself?
How do you mean, like when we recorded the album?
Yeah, because you're saying you were recording it, but did you record it in the same studio?
We recorded like the drums with a couple of guys in Newport called Matt Barnes and Martin Ford. We recorded the guitars and bass with with Nathan Smith. We recorded the singing with Seb Barlow, who also mastered it, and the guitars were reamped with Brian Hood, and then all the like screaming vocals were recorded, you know, at my house before we went on tour.
Okay. Do you find a particular vocal style easier than the other? So like clean singing is easier than harsh screaming? Or?
I can't sing, so I don't really know. I just fucking shout and hope it sounds good.
Do you find it's hard to like build up the intensity for a gig where you're screaming the entire time?
Not really. I mean, like if like you're on like a fucking really long tour for, you know, like 3 weeks or something, you know, by the end of it you do feel like a bit fucking like knackered. But I mean, I'd feel knackered if I was just playing drums or something, man. Like it's a long process of just fucking rough sleeping and shit food. But yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, you tour in your van?
Yeah, man. We toured like 7 countries last year in the van. It was really cool. But like we slept in the van for about a week straight. Didn't shower. If we did, it was like fucking in a service station. But it was really fucking cool. Like probably the best thing that happened last year.
How long was that tour?
That tour was like 3.5 weeks. We like fucking drove to Spain first day. And that took like 26 hours straight. That was pretty brutal.
Was that a headlining tour?
Yeah, that was a headline tour. It was really cool.
How was the reaction to you throughout Europe?
We'd never been before, and like every single show was like fucking incredible. Like the first date was in this really small town in Spain called Burgos, and it's like we went there in the day because we got there early, and there's like nothing there. Like there was like a skate shop, and that was like all there was. Like no one spoke English, and we were like, this show's gonna suck because like the venue got confirmed on the day, and we were like, you know, there's nothing here. It's gonna be shit. And like a fucking 100 kids just crammed into this little room, and it was like fucking insane. People were singing and crowd surfing. It was like, you know, I thought like, oh, you know, maybe like 20 kids will show up if we're lucky. It was sick. It was cool.
Which support bands did you have for the tour?
We just went over on our own, man.
Really?
Yeah. So it's just like local, you know, support acts. It was cool.
Did any of them stand out in your point of view?
Yeah, a band we played with in a place called Redalben in like Germany called Choking on Illusions, and they're like fucking so cool, man. Really, really nice guys.
Have you ever toured America?
Nah, I wish.
It's on your bucket list.
Yeah, it'd be nice to go there. It'd be nice to go there.
Is this what number album was this?
Number 1, man. Like, yeah, like, we've not really released anything before. We've done like a couple of singles. It's been about it.
So it's still early days then.
Yeah, very much early days.
To get your first step on the ladder.
Yeah, I mean, we've been touring and stuff for, you know, a few years, but we've never actually released like a release. So it's cool, man.
Is this is it the album coming out today?
No, it's coming out 28th on Monday, but we're selling the album tonight.
Oh, that's good. How much are you selling it for?
£5.
£5. Is that cheaper than it's going to be? When
Yeah, it's going to be like £9 online. And we got like 50, so hopefully.
Sorry, what did you say?
I'm just hoping we sell some.
Are you just selling online when it comes out? Or are you selling hard copies as well?
We'll have hard copies for touring and stuff, but all the like hard copies online will be from like Amazon.
Are you stocking it in like major shops or anything?
I don't really know. That's to do with like the distributor, but like I know, like someone sent me a picture, like it's in some record store in Glasgow, which is really cool. But I don't really know which shops it's going to. But I guess I'll find out as and when.
I imagine it must be pretty cool to walk into a store and find your CD on the
Yeah,
shelf.
man, I was so gutted when like HMV got shut down because we were like, you know, you got this fucking album coming out, and it's like it's that milestone when you get an album out. You know, you go in HMV and you're like, fucking, my CD's there, and then it fucking shuts down. But it happens. I listen to like a bit of heavy stuff, but most of like the shit I listen to is like pop punk. Like first ever gig I went to was like Newfound Glory. Like, I love pop punk. I listen to a bit of hip hop as well. But as far as like heavy stuff goes, man, like I really, really like Stick to Your Guns, 100th Counterparts, and Ghost Inside, like that kind of stuff. But it's a real mix.
Okay. If you had to say, how about vocal influences?
Stick to Your Guns, man. Like Jesse, their vocalist, is like sick, really cool.
How about as a band as a whole? Because do you all like the same kind of music? Is that mixed?
It's kind of a mix. Like we all have like we're working towards the same kind of sound, but everybody listens to different stuff. If that makes sense.
Do you ever have arguments about what direction you want to go? As a band?
Not really. No. I mean, it's always just been like I don't know. Everybody's been cool with the sound that we've got. And, you know, it's always just worked like that. If something doesn't fit, then we don't use it.
Do you tend to write music individually or as a group?
When we wrote the album, it's basically like me, our guitarist and our bassist would meet up and we'd like, I'd like program drum and all that shit. And we just come up with ideas and throw them back and forth and, piece together a song like that. Then take it to, Simon, our drummer, who would then, refine all the drum beats, and make it his own. That's basically how we did it. It was like a really long process of pre-production almost, which is cool.
How long did it take for you laying down the first riff to having a full album ready to record?
It's about 7 months.
7 months.
It's about 7 months. Then after recording, it took about a year to get it out. Like we started recording, like obviously it took a few months to record, but we started recording like early January 2012. So yeah.
That's quite a long wait.
Yeah, it was like really tough. I think we finished like tracking in like June. It was a long process, man.
Was there like a big celebration when you put the final wraps on the CD?
I don't think we like celebrated. I just think we were like, it's done. Like there's so many things like we had to do, but we were just like, it's done, And then we just started working on the set, That's pretty much it.
Yeah, you're looking forward to the show tonight?
I'm really, really nervous. I'm really excited for it. Like, I didn't think we'd ever sell out an album release show. So, for me, like, it's a massive, massive milestone. It's like, so I'm just really pumped to play.
What other milestones have you got for the future?
I'd like to have like another album. I really want to get on like a big support tour around England or Europe. As far as this year goes, though, man, like I just want to play better as a band, improve my performance, and just play as many places as I can. Pretty much.
Have you played any other venues in Birmingham?
Yeah, we've played O2 Academy a couple of times. It's our first time playing here tonight, the Asylum. We've played the Ballroom.
Did you hear that shut down?
Yeah, such man. It was a cool venue. Where else have we played? Played Flapper and Firkin, Actress and Bishop. That's about it.
Yeah, this place is quite.
You alright?
Yeah, this place is quite atmospheric.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah, it's very kind of alternative.
So you mean there's a lot of pop punk influences?
Yeah,
Turning around.
proper man, proper.
If you could, from this tour or any previous tours, have you got any horror stories or funny stories that spring to mind?
I should do. Just let me think. We played this town in Germany called Schopfheim, and there was this like Russian guy that was there, and like he was like missing fingers and shit. He was telling us this story, like he used to work for the army, and then he tried to like assassinate someone with like a grenade, and like it fucked up and like blew his fingers off. So he like evaded the country and like he's like living with like his stepdad or something in Germany because the Russian government want him executed. That was pretty fucked up. I mean, I can't really think. Oh, we had like this show in a really small Belgian town called Tournai. It was the first ever like out of England show. It was really cool. And we stopped at we were told it was like a scout's house, and like it was basically like a derelict building. It was like fucking gnarly, like, and we got there and it was like machetes on the fucking floor, knives, axes, there's fucking writing all over the walls. That was like proper bad. And then there was like a hole like in the floor at the top, and our fucking guitarist like nearly fell through like 2 floors. Like he'd have broke his legs easy. That was pretty bad.
Do you get on well with all your bandmates?
Yeah, we get on really, really well.
Are you old friends?
Me and Connor have been, in the band since the start, 3 or 4 years ago. Simon, I met him playing with my old bands a few years ago. Jay was in the bands for ages as well. So, and then like Tom, I've known for years. So like we've all kind of been connected in some kind of way before the band.
Would you say you and Connor are the driving force of the band then?
I wouldn't say driving force because I think everyone essentially is the driving force. But I mean, we are the oldest members, and whenever like a member has left, it's always been me and Connor that have been like, right, let's sort this out, or if something bad happens, it's usually me and Connor that throw ideas back and forth.
Okay. Thank you very much.
No problem, Matt. Anytime, mate. Cool.